There we go. Let's get Bob Marley off the screen. Thank you for the introduction, Bob. Wish you were here. Okay, so what do we know now? So apparently the Senate reached a deal on ending the shutdown. It will have to go through the House. But they took their word for it that in December they would expand the ACA, or they would talk about it. As part of the Democrats' agreement to end the shutdown, Thune is promising Senate Democrats a vote in mid-December to extend Affordable Care Act subsidies that are due to expire at the end of the year without congressional action. Democrats would also get to determine what extension bill receives that vote. So basically, they're taking their word for it, which just kind of dumbfounds me. The opening agreement guarantees that federal employees laid off during the shutdown are rehired and give federal employees back pay. It also would require agency to give written notice to Congress about the withdrawal of so-called reduction in force notice issued during the funding lapse, plus provide the amount of back pay owed. It would as well prevent some future firings with a blanket prohibition on reductions in force in any department or agency until at least the end date of the continuing resolution, January 30th. Tim Kaine, who was involved in negotiating with the RAF language, said in a statement shortly after the deal was announced that he would support it. Many progressives in the Senate, along with a large number of House Democrats, including House Majority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, think anything short of a deal to enact an extension of the ACA credit is insufficient. We will not support spending legislation advanced by Senate Republicans that fails to extend the Affordable Care Act credits. We will fight the GOP bill in the House of Representatives, where Speaker Mike Johnson will be compelled to end the 7-week Republican taxpayer-funded vacation, Jeffries said in a statement. Okay. House Democrat leadership has insisted the health subsidies will be addressed in legislation rather than a handshake compromise, especially as Johnson has refused to offer Democrats the same promise of vote on the extension in his chamber. But while attending a Sunday night football game, President Trump Trump said, Trump appeared to be optimistic to the end of the longest government shutdown in history. Finding might be in reach. He thinks it's very close to ending the shutdown. A handful of centrist House Democrats expected to support the deal, and of course they did because it passed. I just can't. Senator Ruben Gallego wrote in a social media post, "I'm voting no. No deal without health care," Senator Richard Blumenthal said. Other Democrats also came out to the meeting vowing to oppose the vote. Okay, so, well, there we have. Hey, Jackie. Glad you could join us. So that was really disappointed because I trust the Republican as far as I could pick one up and throw him. Honestly. Pardon me a minute. A runny nose. It's been a terrible week. Had a headache for over half the week. I didn't have a headache today, but I'm having like allergies, so my nose is runny. I wanted to talk about this photo. See if I can pull it up. I'll share the screen. I'm sure you've all seen this before, but you can't look at that guy's face right there, and say this guy gives a shit, gives any kind of shit about anyone but himself and money. This guy is like passed out, fallen over behind him in the office, and there's Trump just looking like, what the fuck, man? You're screwing up my thing. Or what's going on? I don't know. I can't see. I don't care. Oh, what a fucktard that guy is. I saw an interesting video with uh, Batman's or Black Blackman Spy. What's his name? Let me see if I can find it. My brain is getting muddled again. Find it. Malcolm Nance. There we go. Anyway, he was with Miles Taylor. I think I can take that off the screen now. He was with Miles. Yeah, Jolie, I think he looks annoyed, like, man, you're ruining my thing. But I think it could also be he just, okay, I don't want to watch this. I just don't want to watch it. It's horrific and it's not happening, man. If I don't look at it, it's not happening. I don't know. Anyway, Miles Taylor and uh, Malcolm Nance had this conversation about writing our own version of Project 2025. Of course, we wouldn't call it that. And I think it's an excellent idea. I think we should all get together and work on it. Like, what would we do going forward? And I know we've had these discussions about what we'd like to see happen, but I think that if we all put it down in writing and follow it rather than just tossing out suggestions, that sounds pretty interesting to me. I never did find anything out about the guy who passed out, but he was in the Oval Office, so he must have been somebody of some importance. And Trump was just like, I don't know. It was too bizarro, and it just made me think, if he thinks, if anybody thinks that he cares about them, they're wrong. He leaves people behind him like deadwood. Look at all the attorneys that went down after his first uh, term. And these attorneys are doing the same thing. They're breaking the law. And when he's gone, they're going to be in trouble. So at least I hope somebody's going to be in trouble for this fucking mess. Damn it. Damn it, man. So what are you up to tonight, you two? Jackie Jolene? Let's go back. Yeah, Dems are being weak for sure. I just didn't see that coming. I thought the Democrats were going to hold strong and not put everybody's health care at risk. I don't see what the point of them doing that was to vote yes, to get the government open for what? I mean, I realize people aren't getting paid and SNAP benefits aren't getting out, but in the end, if you take health care away from all these people, things are going to be so much worse. So, and these people getting their jobs back, I mean, that's a good thing. But if healthcare, I get it, Jackie. I get it. I know you need your paycheck. But are you going to be able to afford healthcare? Or maybe you have a great healthcare plan through your work. I don't know. At any rate, it will probably certainly pass the House, and you'll really should get your money soon. I just worry about the healthcare thing. That's all. And I do think you deserve your money. I think that they should never stop paying you. If they shut the government down, they should have to pay you. I mean, they pay the Senate and the Congress people get their paychecks. And the Congress got to go home for 3, 4, 4.5, 5 weeks or something. Not sure how long. And do nothing and get paid. So we have a dog here. She's saying hi. Lie down, Mala Mala. It's very cold here tonight. It started snowing a little bit, but it shouldn't stick around. It's like 30 degrees and very windy. Oh, okay. Hello. Say hi to everybody. Say woof. Yeah, Jackie, I know you do. I did go on about the healthcare issue, and I am happy you're getting a paycheck, but I'm really worried about the healthcare end of it. So, yeah. So Malcolm Nance was saying the first thing he'd want to do is tear down the ballroom if it's built. But I think the first thing I would do is go after Citizens United. The second thing I would do is go after the Supreme Court, and I'd change it. We can change it and make it a more fair court, and maybe change the way that Supreme Court justices are even put to the bench. Maybe the people should get a vote on that, since what they decide affects the people so directly. And I think that some of the people on the Supreme Court right now should be impeached for lying in their confirmation hearings. That's just my humble opinion. That you shouldn't be on that court if you're going to go into a hearing and lie to Congress about precedent and how you wouldn't overturn it and you would respect it. And yeah. So we could stare at this asshole for a little while. Oh, Jolie, how did your week go? Anything you guys want to talk about specifically? Oh, another thing about Miles Taylor. Trump wants him charged with treason, and the penalty for treason is death. How do you think that's going to fly? I don't think it will. In fact, if anybody should be charged with treason, it should be a certain orange guy I know. I mean, he did foment an insurrection against a country he was supposed to be leading. You know, the guy never, ever intended to be the president of the United States and never cared about the people of the United States ever. In the first in his first term, he was shocked he won. I don't think he expected it. And then he just thought, oh, okay, I guess I'll wing it. See how much money I can make off of it. He makes such a big deal about not taking the $1 million that a president is paid for their term. And he's making money hands over fist, you know. You need a pardon? Well, you got enough money, you can get one. But if you're broke or poor or just some nobody, forget about it, even if you earned it. Oh, I'm sorry, Jolie. What have you been up to? Yes, he does, Jackie. Jolie, were you out partying too late too many nights or something? I had a horrible week. I just headache after headache every day. Until today, I did not have a headache, which was really cool. Glad not to be having a headache. Let me see here. Oh, I can't take any clips off of this. All right, let me go back. What else happened this week? It's such a long week, it's hard to remember everything. All right, let me see what I can find. Oh, didn't see that. Not seeing a lot. Must have been a kind of boring week. Trump gave Pete Hegseth orders via Truth Social 5 days ago. What was that about? I guess we could talk about the election and what a wipeout it was, but That seems kind of like old news now. Oh, Jolie. Ink Rat. Ink Rat's an old friend of mine. Say hello. See what she said there. Jolie, I'm so happy to hear you sent me a gift. I'll be watching for it. I have some idea what it is. So, Ink Rat, how did you feel about Yes, we saw it. Yeah, we saw it. We watched it all. It was horrific. They caved. And they don't even have a deal. They said, well, they're going to talk about it before the end of the year. Promises, yeah. We know how to keep their promises, don't we? It's mind-boggling to me. It's just totally mind-boggling. On the bright side, we did wipe them out last Tuesday, and I think that it's sort of a temperature of what's going to come in the midterms. I'm hopeful. Excuse me. Runny nose. Jeff Curry, what did you find? I was really happy to see that Prop 50 passed by quite a large margin. Everybody kind of won by large margins. Yep. I guess we'll see by the end of the year how badly the ACA is going to get screwed. Another thing I was hearing about just the last couple of days is how, because of the way Trump tore down the East Wing, that there is dangerous asbestos particles that were loosed all around the area and probably made people sick. And I saw where people had found past comments about asbestos by Trump. And of course, he thinks it's all bullshit. It's all a hoax, maybe he would say. Oh, you were getting Jeff over here. Cool. Cool. Way to go, Jackie. I thought he found something, uh, like physically that he could handle, not just a stream. What were you watching, Nancy? Pluribus. New TV. Is that on like on Netflix or something, Nance Pluribus? I mean, Ink Rant. Let me see if it's on Apple TV. Oh, too bad. Let's see, image file. Thought I had a photo to show you, but I'm not finding it. Maybe I didn't. I forgot to upload it, maybe. Sorry about that. Let's see. Remove that. Sorry, can't look at his face anymore. Think he'll ever see any punishment for any of the damage he's done to our country? I think if we get him out of office in hell, I think if we get him out of office and have a chance again, that we have to just arrest him on the spot somehow, like they should have after Jan 6th. The minute he pulled that crap, we should have had whoever can do it go in there and arrest him. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. But we must all continue to protest and let our voices be heard. Maybe there's a jail in hell. You're so bad they won't even let you out to run around in hell. Nope, you've got to be locked up. I heard that there was a raid on a nursery or something by ICE. And I'm thinking, okay, there's no toddler in there, part of a gang. No toddler is the worst of the worst. And even though they passed laws in Chicago telling them they can't be doing shit, they're doing shit. They don't listen. Hell, the vice president made a statement the other day that even though they were ruled against, they shouldn't have to deal with that and abide by that because the courts gave Trump immunity loosely, largely. Got to get rid of this court. We got to end Citizens United. We got to fire every one of Trump's loyalists and charge them. The Nuremberg American trials. Lock them all up. And then one idea that I liked was, I think that Malcolm said that they should hire everybody that got fired and have them form a think tank on how to rebuild. Yeah, Jolie, it snowed just a little bit. We didn't even get a half an inch yet, I don't think. But it was 30 degrees out the last time I checked here and very windy. And poor Ink Rat, she has to walk to and from work in that. The trio on the Tro on the Venus SS was stayed. Oh, the temporary restraining order. Oh, Jolie. Yes. But are you really grateful, Ink Rat, on those days when it's like windy and cold? I can't imagine how much that's going to cost you, Jolie, to fill your tanks. Tank. Well, more power to you then, Nance. Sorry, Ink Rat. I can't get my head around that one. Sorry about that. This is Nance. I'm just going to say Nance. Ink Rat is Nance. Or Nance. Nancy. Nancy likes to get her exercise. And more power to her, I think, because you're funny. You're very funny. I'm going to put up that let me find that again. Okay. Good. Brief interruption. That's not what I'm doing. I don't know what you think I'm doing, but I bet you're wrong. I would never do that. Ever. Powdered donuts and popcorn. That sounds pretty good to me right about now. Yeah. I know that's what you think, but that's not what I did. That was just my intro song, and I leave it up when I go do a little personal errand. So if Trump causes people to get lung cancer because he tore down the East Wing without any precautions, will he pay for that? Nope. Will he pay for killing people down in Venezuela without any proof? Nope. Will he get us into a war with Venezuela? I don't know. I don't know. Everything just it seems so insane and disjointed. All right, Nancy. Maybe if they are working in the White House, though, and they develop it sometime down the road, they could claim it, but I don't think they could prove it. And I don't think Trump cares. I don't, you know, he didn't care enough to take the precautions to begin with. They don't even have plans for the new ballroom, from what I understand. He just ordered it to be done, and the company that did it has gone into hiding and taking everything down off their website because they're getting so much shit for doing it. And those people could probably become very ill for what they did. Of course, it was non-union, so they didn't do it. If you'd have hired a union group to do that, they would have had to do it, I think, to test for, to prepare to do, oh, he did. Huh. Let me see if I can find it. Uh, let's see if this is it. Is this what you saw, Nance? See if I can enlarge that a little bit. It looks gaudy as ever. Why would they have chairs and table settings in an entrance? That seems weird. Jeff, you do need a ballroom. Of for your tennis balls or your baseballs or basketballs. Hi, Mala. Yeah, remove that. Yeah, that looks pretty garish, but that's not surprising at all. Well, the concept of playing ball means you give me the ball and I throw it. But no, you never let me do it. Come here. Come here. Sorry, it has to be done. Give me that ball. Ah. You are rotten. Give me the ball. Somebody should have taught this dog how to play ball. And it shouldn't have been me. Come on, you little rat. Give Mama the ball. Where's the baby? Give Mama the baby. Sorry. She's not going to be happy until I get a hold of it and throw it. That usually settles her down once I can get it one time. Oh, she's going to settle down, it looks like. She laid down by my side. Yep. Next year, maybe I'll get a chance to take her out in the country and teach her ball. How to play catch and fetch and all the things. When I first got her, we had her outside in the backyard, but I had a team of people to contain her, and we would play with her for a while, but then the team of people kind of faded away, and the other dog that was playing with her went away, and so it kind of went by the wayside. So, Nancy, is there any other topics you want to discuss? I know you read a lot. Speaking of reading, oh, it's going to look backwards to you. It's Nobody's Girl, the Regina Roberts book. Tell you, don't read it at night. It gives you bad dreams. It's kind of hard. I had the library get it for me, and my brother went down and got it for me yesterday because I wasn't feeling well. I didn't have a lot to share with you today. Seems to me like the week went pretty fast. And so many things can slip by you. And I had a headache most of the time, so I didn't spend a lot of time online. Yeah, they're all talking about the deal. There's a super typhoon that was less than a week ago. Hit the Philippines, and left more than 200 people dead. I hope that the Senate can get Jack Smith in to testify. Because they want to take him in there and make him testify in person, or in a hearing, closed hearing. and they're going to try to get him to testify in another way where he won't be censored, or what he says won't be censored, which I think would be a good thing. There's something going on about the documents case, and Judge Cannon not wanting to release information about it, and she's been ordered to. I just hope that we get to hear what he had to say about that in part 2 of his testimony. Well, should probably tune it. There we go. Oops, upside down. Good thing I'm tuning. Baby. I always forget. When you were here before, couldn't look you in the eye, just like an angel. Kiss make me cry. Sorry, your skin. You float like a feather. Beautiful world. So fucking special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep, a widow. The hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Care if it hurts. I wanna have control. Want a perfect body. Mala. She's trying to put the ball on my guitar. I want a perfect soul. I want you to know that I'm not around. So fucking special. I wish I was special. Oh shit. Special. I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. Hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. don't belong here. Oh, it's getting a little better. It would help if my dog would not try to play ball with me while I'm playing guitar. How'd that go? Just goofing around, guys. Doesn't look like anybody's been talking for a while. Maybe I'm in here all alone, huh? How's that go? Anyway, guys, I kind of just ran out of things to talk about. Kind of a short stream tonight, but I'm glad you guys could stop in. And I think you guys might have left. Nobody's talking. So I'm going to call it a night. Thank you for stopping by, everybody. Jeff, Nancy, Jolie, Jackie. Jackie, I will be happy for you if you get your check, since you work for the government and you can't be. I hope you get all your back pay and everything right away. And let's see. Did I miss some stuff? Well, I missed a whole bunch of stuff. You guys were talking and I wasn't. Yeah, Jeff, I played the guitar a little bit. All right. Nancy said goodnight about 15 minutes ago. I got way behind on the chat and I didn't even stream down. I did to the G. Yeah, long hair can be a bitch, Jackie or Jolie. Your brother died of cancer. I had a friend who had cancer and I donated a 21-inch swath of hair for Locks of Love. That was good of you. I'm sorry about your brother, Jeff. My friend made it. He was here tonight. Her hair didn't, unfortunately, make it. Got very short hair now. She'd probably kill me if she knew I was telling you that. I want to thank Julie for being the mod of the year again. And I may pop on in the middle of next week sometime, depending on what the news is. I hope you all have a good night and a good time till I see you again. I'll probably see you in other people's chats, and you know who I mean. And y'all take care now, okay? Be kind to somebody, by the way. Help somebody out if you can. Jackie or Julie, I'll be watching for that package. I appreciate it. All righty. Night, everybody.